Alright, back at it again. Okay, so I've seen this video before and it was funny. It was really funny actually. And wouldn't mind watching it again. I don't really remember it, but I remember it was funny. Um, it's a little bit longer, but we're gonna get through it.
Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Julie. Most people call me Julie Joe, some call me...
I'm not gonna lie, girl. You look pretty. You look good. You look good. You look good. You look fresh. You got that natural rosy cheeks. This was the beginning, right? So, all I'm saying is negativity brings out some bad. You guys are surrounding yourself with toxic ideas. You know you're lying. It's just you're getting all this hate because you know you're lying. It's just a really bad effect on your psyche. I cannot imagine it. But you look very great here, Julie Joe. Let's get into it.
Me JJ, some call me Jujo. You have so many options. You're welcome. JK, I didn't name myself. Thank you, Mom and Dad. Anyway, I'm happy that you're here. My name is Julie Joe, and today we're going to be talking about a little company called Arbonne. We're going to be talking about it because I was in Arbonne, and I will go over that story. If you are wondering why I have a sloth background that's pink and slothy, it's because I teach little children, and they seem to like that kind of thing. And if you hear any snoring, barking, growling, anything of the sort, I have 3 dogs and 2 of them are underneath you. Let's start by talking about the history of the company. It's weird to talk about a company without knowing anything about it. Why was Arbonne even created? But really, why? Okay, let's keep going. It was founded in Orem, Utah. Orem? I don't know. In Utah. What is going on in Utah? I feel like all MLMs are founded in Utah and started in Utah. Well, I mean, if you know anything about MLMs, I guess we kind of know what's going on in Utah. Big fat yikes, if you ask me. It was...
What does that even mean? What's happening in Utah? Tell me in the comments.
Founded in 1980 by a man named Peter Mork. I think that's how you say his name. Don't quote me. Mork and a friend named Pierre, I don't want to try to say his last name because I will butcher it, wanted to create products that didn't have petroleum or animal products. So they wanted to start a company that did that, which is fantastic. I can get behind that. I think that's pretty cool. But if we take a look at what it is today, I would say that they missed the mark. Quite heavily missed the mark.
I don't know. I'm very curious to know. Like I said, I don't really remember what you were talking about, but we will find out.
Big yikes, Mork. Big fat yikes. Mork did pass away in 2008, and his son Stan took over. Stan is not the CEO. The CEO is Jean-David Schwartz. He is a seasoned direct selling executive. Seems like a really nice guy. We love seasoned MLMers. They're the best. Ugh. Anyway.
Why is this negative connotation? Does she not like men? I don't know. I'm just getting that vibe. But, well, obviously she's married to a man, but, or just doesn't like people. It really, it's like, okay, well, she obviously knows about him, so we'll keep on going. But seasoned MLMers, that means they're good at what they do. They are seasoned. They are professionals at what they do.
It is in different areas of the world. It is in the United States, obviously. It's also in the UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Poland. And that's it. Thank goodness. Hope they don't spread anywhere else, but that is where it's located as of now. There are many
Oh my god. I told you this was funny.
different products in Arbonne, like hundreds. But the product categories are nutrition, skincare, makeup, and healthy living. I'll give a little fun fact about Arbonne before I get into the compensation plan and the income disclosure statement. If you look up the companies who received a letter from the FTC last year,
Wait, wasn't she supposed to get into the history and that Peter guy? Okay.
Arbonne is one of them for false health claims about COVID-19. Fun little thing, fun little tidbit there. Good job, Arbonne, way to go.
Yo, dude, do y'all see that? Why is she so mad?
Really living up to the hype. Let's talk about the compensation plan, shall we? I am going to show you what it looks like. I'm using this compensation plan because it goes in depth what it looks like to rank up. That's the important part about the compensation plan. Are the different
I mean, not really. I mean, that's only if you want to rank up. I mean, all you need to know is how much you are going to get paid if you're really just for each product at the bare minimum. I would feel like that's all you need to know. Unless you're interested in going up, then how good can it get?
ranks? It's funny because the ranks spell out Kadarn. If you just look at the main ranks, though, it really is just darn. D-A-R-N. Everyone starts as a consultant, except customers. If you want to just be a customer, you have the option to pay $29 a year and be a customer and get discounts. If you want to be an independent consultant, you pay $49 the first year and $29 every year after that, and you get discounts. A little bit more discounts than the preferred customers. The first promotion, that's what they like to call it, is promotion instead of rank, is district manager. You have to have $6,000 run through your business in 2 months or $7,500 run through your business in 3 months. The thing is, in Arbonne, they don't tell you you have to have people on your team to rank. So you don't have to recruit to rank up. But as you look at the ranks, the amount of money that has to go through your business is incredibly large, especially as you go up in rank. So it's practically impossible, in my opinion, to do it without people on your team. I went to district manager with around 3 people on my team. I did it in 2 months with $2,500 my first month and $3,500 my second month, which is the ideal. The second plan, plan B. The ideal is plan A with $6,000 in your first month, which is rare, but people do that. The second rank, which is area manager.
The first didn't really sound that hard. I mean, if that's what you're doing or want to rank up. And I don't know why she's making it sound like it's impossible. It's not impossible. It's just impossible for you to do by yourself. You need a team.
Manager is $24,000 over 2 months or $30,000 over 3 months. You have to have at least $10,000.
Okay, why are you saying that so much? Okay, in a shift as a waitress, I can sell 1,000. In a really good one, I can sell 2,000, 2,500. And that's just like in 4-5 hours. So if I am working $2,000, let's say I work 4 days a week. You know? That's $8,000 and that's $32,000 a month. It doesn't seem that hard.
Dollars in 1 month to qualify. So $10,000 1 month and $14,000 in the second month. I qualified at my 3rd month of Arbonne. I went district after my first 2 months in Arbonne, qualified my third month of Arbonne.
Okay, so you said you qualified in your second and third month. So that means that you really, and that you had never done it by yourself. So that means that your team carried you to that ranking. Okay.
And I'll tell a little bit more about my story later on, but I did not finish that qualification because someone in my downline quit who was helping me rank up.
You quit because someone was helping you rank up and they quit. Okay. I mean, this is pretty telling in it of itself. You only got there because somebody was helping you, and you quit because that person wasn't helping you anymore. Wow. Wow. Okay.
That's how it goes, by the way, in my opinion. Later on, I did end up getting it. Yay for me. Yay for me. The next rank up is regional vice president.
Why are you not happy about your achievements? That means that you did good. I mean, unless you didn't really devote anything to the team.
President, this is the rank where you get the car. It is called the VP Success Award, which we will go over. This is the rank where people say that your life changes, all of your dreams come true, and so on and so forth. You need $96,000 over 2 months or $120,000 over 3 months in sales. You need at least $40,000 and
Yes, if you're going to be in the top, you got to sell a lot. That's a general rule for anything in life, but
1 month to qualify. The fourth and last rank is National Vice President. This is one person in the company, which you will see.
Isn't not just one person. One person for one team? No, it's saying how many districts there are. There's like 8. Am I reading that right? We'll keep going.
$384,000 in 2 months or $480,000 over 3 months.
Yes, baller status. If you're not bringing that in, then bye. What's the issue? Yes, you're only going to be a national VP if you bring in that money. I failed to find the issue.
You need a minimum of $160,000 in your first month to qualify. That's a compensation plan. That is a lot of money. So while it doesn't say you have to recruit, like, for example, Beachbody, if you want to become an emerald, you have to have 2 coaches. It doesn't say that. But if you look at the amount of money you have to get, you will have to have a team under you to rank up. Maybe not district manager, maybe you could do district manager.
Not necessarily do you need a team manager, but do you need a team to help you get to that rank? I can see some people not needing a team. Why are you being so negative? Like somebody can't do it. For you, it's impossible. For some people, it isn't.
I know someone who's done area, but it's very rare. Let's take a look at the income disclosure statement. I will say this is one of my favorite parts of any deep dive for any company. So as you see, there are 4 ranks. The bottom one I don't count as a rank because that is where everyone starts. This is the annual earnings of Arbonne Independent Consultants in 2020, which is fantastic. So we have the 2021, which has been out for about 2 months. Great. Thank you, Arbonne, for putting it out. There are still companies out there who don't have their 2021 out. It is June 2nd, people. Get your crap together. Jeez. I know 2020 was rough. You gotta do better. Independent consultants are 56% of the company. The column that shows us the most accurate amount of money that one makes is going to be the median annual earnings. The median of an independent consultant is $108 a year.
That's just the median. I'm gonna bring it up right here, what the median means. And that is just, there could be 5 different numbers that are completely different, and it's the center number. It doesn't really mean anything. There's a difference between median, mean, average, and I feel like the average can tell you a little bit more, but it really depends on how much you want to make. It's not even, this won't even tell you anything. Why are you saying these people are only going to make $108 that year? No. It obviously told you in the rankings, if you want to get, go up a rank, that's how much you would sell, and that's just a bare minimum, basically. $108. That's just for someone that was that's just a person in the middle. Let's see. I want to look it up. Median. The median is the value separating the higher half from the lower half of the data sample. The middle value in a list ordered from smallest to largest. What? See, the median is the middle number in a sorted ascending or descending list of numbers and can be more descriptive of that data set than the average. Kind of, not really. So it's not really that telling. How would I explain this? I would have to get, let's see. Okay. So if the numbers, it can be like totally different numbers. 108, 508, 100. Oh, okay, let's not get there that crazy. 5, whatever. This number, and then this number. That's like your baller status, right? What's the median of this? It's just a center number, which would be this number. It doesn't mean anything. Or if it's what's the median of this? 26. Do you know what I'm saying? Let's continue.
$108 a year? Holy shit. That's painful. That's painful. And I know people are going to use the excuse, but some people just want a bigger discount. Okay, but
it's an independent contracting job. There are different rules and laws for an independent contracting job than being employed. You have to have certain things, certain hours. That's why it's an independent job. It's called independent. You decide how much you're going to make, then getting a regular promised salary. And you knew this when you signed up.
Not everyone. Some people are really trying to build a business. The overwhelming majority, I would say, is trying to build a business.
If you are very motivated about starting a business, you would be up here. But again, this doesn't say anything. These don't limit you to anything.
$308, you have to spend at least $49 to start your business. And in my experience, most people buy the 30 Days to Healthy Living, which is Arbonne's most well-known thing to purchase, and that's over $300. There's no profit there. How sad. It's so sad to think about. And district manager is not much better though. That's 33% of the company. So now we're at 89% of the company. District manager median annual earning is $1,769. That's $140 something a month. District managers are people who are trying to rank up most of the time. Golly.
She's so distraught.
It's so sad to think that 89% of the company is making less than $150 a month. And I could bet that if these people at the end of the year added what they purchased compared to what their check said, there wouldn't be profit.
Man, she's like making an issue out of thin air. What are you even talking about? Yes, you knew when you signed up you had to spend money. If you don't like that, you actually go get a job. This is something you know. Nobody's being tricked into it. No one's spending that like a crazy amount of money. This is a purchase. This is a membership to access to wholesale prices. It's nothing new. It's nothing crazy. People buy Costco membership cards for access to wholesale prices. This is what's happening here. You are taking ownership of a product. It's like franchising. It's like affiliate marketing. You are promoting someone else's product, someone else's service, someone else's brand, someone else's business, and making money off of that. They've already established it. They've already done the hard work. And now you're just promoting a product and making your own money. It's simple, really.
People will tell me, I made $3,000 last year. Well, guess what? You spent $4,500, so you're out $1,500.
What is this math? What is this math? You have to know how many products this person purchased. You just have to know so much more information. She's just simplifying it, generalizing it. This is...
Yikes. It's sad because most people don't even see that either. They just see the money that they're taking in, but they don't realize the money that they're spending because all they hear is be a product of the products. They hear you have to spend money to make money. They hear you have to invest to make an income. I mean, it's so sad.
I hear that everywhere. People motivating. Okay. It's so sad. I mean, she's so sad for these people. She's just for the people. Julie Joe, yes, for president. Activist.
And another thing to look at when you're looking at income disclosure statements is the average time to the position. Geez, 7 months to be a district manager, 20 months to be an area manager. I mean, that's 8% of the company, by the way, area manager, and they only make a median annual earning of $12,037. $12,037 as an area manager. 8% of the company makes $12,037. Likely area.
No. This is not. You already know what it is. It's just crazy how she's just. These are not what their salary. It's not a salary. It's not a salary. This is just of everybody that made money last year. This is the median, and this is the average. But you are just selling.
Area managers are those who are really trying to get to the top of the company. When I was an area manager, I hadn't met an area manager who wasn't trying to get to the top of the company. I just sit and think.
In your experience, this is something we have to remember very often here. It is only reserved to these people's bad experiences. I don't know why they're promoting it as fact. Like, as it's true for everyone just because it was true for them. It was hard for you, Julie, and you needed help. Why are you trying to, just because it was hard for you, you don't want anyone else to be successful? Damn, that's negativity.
Think about how crazy it is that I sat there going, oh my gosh, I'm an area manager, this is amazing. Except I probably ended up not profiting that much. Now, because I qualified for regional vice president, I made more than the median income that a normal area manager would have made. I was also an executive area manager. That just means I helped someone else get to area manager under me. But we're at 97% of the company, and it's still under the poverty line. And likely, most of the people that we're talking about, probably 95% of the company, isn't actually profiting. I wish I would have known this was a thing before I started. I wish I would have known an income disclosure statement was a thing. I didn't know
Why?
anything.
It's not a salary. You could do the math every month if you really wanted to know how much you're going to get paid and how much is selling, how much your team is selling, so you can know the commissions and how, like, however it's broken, how the math is broken by the rankings or however it is. You could have figured this out.
About it, I was told to get my information from my uplines. That's what we're told. Get your information from your uplines. Ask your uplines. Income disclosure statement is not mentioned, at least in my experience and in my.
Why is she saying it so much? Oh my gosh. There's no lie being told. This is not a salary. You are not promised anything. You are not promised an hourly. It's commission only. If you don't put in any work, you don't get anything, and if you do put in work, you reap what you sow.
My opinion, it wasn't mentioned to me. I didn't mention it to others. And if I would have seen it, I probably wouldn't have mentioned it to others, because look at those numbers. Jeez. The next is regional vice president, and that is 2% of the company.
What were your numbers is what I want to know, because you're not bringing up your receipts so we can get a comparison.
And their median annual earnings is $58,719. You might be saying, Julie Joe, that's not a bad income. Here's the deal. One, it's not a bad income. That's not a bad income. But is it the income that makes you go, that's going to make all my dreams come true? No. And that's what they tell you. They say, get to regional vice president. That is the one that's going to make your dreams come true. That is the one that's going to allow you to blah, 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 blah. That's the one that's going to allow you to retire your husband. They say all of these things, but $58,719. I don't think that's going to make all my dreams come true. And that's 2% of the company. That's the top 2. Crazy. Let's go to national vice president. That is $173,600.
How many people are in this company? That's how you would find the 2%. And there's a couple ways you can do this math, and it's not, you're not doing any of math. You're just taking numbers and just putting assumptions. That's not how you analyze data.
$77 a month, and that's 1% of the company. $173,677, 1% of the company.
Okay, so if there's 10,000 people, right? What's 1% of 10,000? 100, right? My brain's not working, but that's like 100 people, right? Let's see, 100 people. Yeah, that makes sense. And if it was 100,000, that would be 1,000 people are at that level. Okay. So, how many people are at the level? A lot of people don't make it to the top. It's why most of us aren't rich, and only 1% of people are rich, or it's just how it works. I mean, it's just how it used to work, how it's working, how it is right now.
And he is making money off of the 99% that fail. It's really crazy to me that 1% make money off the 99% that fail. So while this is...
Why are you saying everybody in the company's failing, though? That doesn't mean they're failing. They're taking home whatever they want to take home.
One of my favorite things to look at, because it really exposes the companies, and it's on their website, they created it. It's also one of the saddest things to look at, because people don't know. And when you show them it, they freak out, but not in a good way, and not in a way that makes them want to quit. Okay, next I want to get to a part that is really gonna push some people over the edge, and I'm so excited for it. We're going to talk about the car and the trip. Let's talk about cars and trips, shall we? I don't know if anyone knows much about the Arbonne VIP Success Award, but it is the Mercedes-Benz cash bonus, whatever. So pretty much, this is what happens. In short, you lease a white Mercedes-Benz under your name. You put the down payment on it. Arbonne gives you like a little something to put down with it, but you still pay for the majority of it. You pay for insurance and everything. And
how do you know this? And yes, okay, you pay insurance. What's the problem? They didn't say free for life. Free everything. You got a free car. If it was free everything, it would be free car plus free insurance.
If you look at this, it shows you that you have to get a certain amount of money a month in your business for them to give you a certain amount of money a month to put towards it. They don't even pay for the whole thing unless...
Which Mercedes-Benz? It's up to you. Just make sure you're comfortable with a monthly payment. Our VP Success Award is paid directly to you based on your central region and our so it just seems like it's a system where you have to keep bringing in money, and it seems like it would go towards your car. So it would be the amount that you think you can make. I don't know.
You reach a certain amount, and it depends on how much it costs anyway. So let's say your car cost $650 a month. First off, you would not even get that unless you wouldn't get that fully paid for as a regional vice president unless you reach the $40,000 in central region, QV. QV means money, by the way. Crazy, right? Crazy. So when they say, Arbonne pays for my car, maybe. Maybe sometimes. Maybe it does.
Wait, do you know? It doesn't seem like you're definite of the answer.
Doesn't. Mostly probably doesn't. That's a little...
Mostly probably doesn't? You don't even seem sure of the answer. Why are you making it seem like you don't even get a car if you don't even know if they pay for the car?
A little embarrassing for you to say when we actually look at it, you know, because you're going, so you're telling me that every single month you actually get the bonus that might pay for your car? By the way, who pays for the insurance? Oh, you do. Oh, that's a little painful. Who paid for the down payment? Oh, mostly you.
You don't have to get the car if you don't want it. I'm sure some people probably don't want it. Some people don't want cars. Some people probably want to be in the rank because they want to make money. Doesn't mean they need a car because they're making money.
Who pays for the gas? Oh, the gas. Oh.
Yes.
That's not
It's
looking
just
too
a
good.
free car.
Huh? What you think? I think that's pretty yucky. Free car? Huh? I got a lot to say. But,
Say it. Say it. Oh. Oh, so negativity. Negativity.
just gonna leave it at that. We could talk about this all day, but in short, the car's not.
She doesn't know. She doesn't know. So she's gonna skip over it. But leaving a bitter taste in your mouth, the viewer, about this company. But she doesn't even really know the answer.
Not free. And the people who say that are quite yucky, and big fat yikes to them. Big fat yikes. The next thing I'm going to talk about, and I actually earned a trip, are the trips. We're going to talk about the trip that's coming up, and it's the AIT Arbonne Incentive Trip 2021, and it's to the same place that this is the same one I earned last year, and it is the Atlantis trip to the Bahamas. So let's talk about qualifications and rewards for this trip. So you earn a trip for 2 to Atlantis, Bahamas. We know that there are over 170,000 Arbonne consultants in the United States.
Okay, 170,000. So 1% of 170,000 and 2% of 170,000. So we'd be able to tell how many people are in the 2%. There are 3,400 in the 2%, and can't do math. My brain's not working right now. But then there's 1,700 people in the 1%. Seems good to me.
2,331 of them last year registered to participate in the Arbonne Incentive Trip to Atlantis. 1,161 of them earned it.
Okay.
Wow. And
a lot of people aren't successful. It's just the odds, the trends. Oh, yeah, it is sad. I wish more people worked harder, I guess.
It says right after that, the results featured are not typical, and results will vary depending upon individual effort, time, skills, and resources. And resources, huh? Arbonne makes no guarantees regarding...
It's because of everybody's hard work. Why are you only picking at the resources? You're obviously on an agenda.
Income, typical earnings can be found at earnings.arbonne.com. That's where you can find... I think that's where you can find the income disclosure statement as well. So let's take a little deeper look at what this looks like. What does it take to actually earn the trip? There are level 1 and 2, and level 1 and 2, you pretty much just earn like a gift. But let's go to 3 and 4. This is where the trip comes in. So level 3, we see $1,000 in your business. And this is over about 4 or 5 months, something like that. It's over about 4 or 5, it's over like 4 or 5 months. And you have to directly promote 4 managers or vice presidents, recruiting, and they're direct to you. So it can't be anyone in your downline promoting. It has to be you promoting others. Okay. So you have to be working and you have to be recruiting.
Okay.
You'll earn it.
Yes, you're not just going to get a trip for doing nothing. And I know they're just trying to make recruiting sound bad. Again, I'm going to reiterate. For a pyramid scheme, why they're bad is because there's no money coming in. Only recruiting. You're just getting people into the scam. People are losing money. They're just putting in money, not getting... It's not sustainable. Oh my gosh, it's
a trip for 2 and the 2 gifts. Level 4. I did earn level 4, and you have to have $150,000 run through your business in 4 or 5 months. I can't remember exactly. I think it was December to April.
I don't know. You said your team helped you, so I don't think it's individual volume. It's with your team. You didn't say. Why do you keep on saying you made that money when you say you needed the help earlier?
Yeah, about 4 months. And you have to directly promote 5 managers or vice presidents. And you'll earn a trip for 2 to Atlantis, Bahamas, $1,000 cash award in levels 1 and 2. And then the top 10 level 4 achievers will be upgraded to a king bed suite or whatever. And then the 4 wide executive national vice presidents always get some extra stuff. So good for them. Good for them. So that's what you have to do. To earn the trip. Let's take a look now at exactly what you get when you earn the trip. So if you take a look at this picture, you get 5 nights of resort accommodations. You get inclusive meal plans at the hotel, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Alcoholic beverages are not included. I want to add in that my husband and I did go to the Bahamas for our honeymoon in May of 2019, and we did get a lot of alcoholic beverages. They were $10 to $12 an alcoholic beverage, sometimes $14. We spent hundreds of dollars on alcohol. So they are very expensive. You will have to be prepared for that if you ever go to the Bahamas. Yeah, bring extra money. The Wi-Fi up to 4 devices.
So I thought she said she qualified the trip, so she didn't go on the trip. She just went on a trip with her husband for a honeymoon. Okay. Well, yeah, a lot of places don't include alcohol because a lot of people drink a lot of alcohol and it's expensive. So, and it's also kind of something like in the policies, you don't want to be responsible for someone dying while drunk and you paid for it.
This is per guest room. Arbonne group welcome party, training by top Arbonne field leaders. Excuse me? I thought this was a vacation. Why are we training? I would have skipped that training.
I mean, it's like a team retreat. Kind of talk. That's how you would bond. It's common in retreats to listen to top people. In any kind of retreat, that could be a church retreat, any retreat, you listen to people. I don't know. Yeah, I think if you really don't want to go to it, no one would be hounding you. It's just included.
Why are we training on vacation? I'm telling you, when
because
they say
they are top earners, the money don't stop even on vacation. You can't relate though.
And freedom, they literally don't mean free time. They legitimately mean work from everywhere. I mean, you're literally working on vacation. They legitimately don't expect you to take any time off on this vacation.
What?
Let's keep going. Round trip ground transportation from the airport. Great. Access to Aqua Venture Water Park, the Dig, and all marine habitats. Cool. All right. So that's some good stuff in there overall. I mean, great stuff. Oh, what's this at the bottom? I see. Please note, consultants are responsible for booking and purchasing their own flights. There it is.
Okay. I mean, sorry. These are top earners. A little flight won't matter. It's probably some people have different preferences. They don't want to deal with it. It's just people being late. Weather. People coming from different places. It just sounds chaotic. So yeah, you might have to buy your own flight. But again, it's a business expense.
There it is. That's it. How much did my flights cost for my husband and I to go to the Bahamas? $1,200. What do you even say to that? I'll tell you, once I found out that flights weren't included, I went, oh shit. I don't know if we can afford to go. We earned this big trip. And y'all, so they actually gave us our money back.
All these people are poor, I've come to the conclusion of, and they're mad at the world about it. Penny pincher status, I don't really know. It's a you problem. That's all I gotta say.
You know, all the money that it actually cost to go. And we got it back about $3,500. That includes the $1,000 bonus. So the trip cost about $2,500 for my husband and I to go. But they gave it to us because of COVID and we weren't able to go. I definitely spent more on products than the trip cost. Yeah. I was like, how are we going to be able to afford that? How can we go and our flights be half the cost of the trip? Anyway. Yeah. And that doesn't include any of the meals or drinks or anything outside of the hotel. Obviously, alcoholic beverages. That doesn't include, obviously, anything that you're going to buy to wear there.
I don't know if she's going on this tangent. Yes, it's giving you the list of what's included and what's not. Why? I'm sure there will be a longer list of what's not included in anything. Oh, gosh.
It's, yeah, you're going to be spending a lot of extra money going on this trip. It's crazy. It's crazy what they'll say to you. So nuts. In other words, the trips are not free. To earn them, you likely will spend more than they cost. Just save your money and go on your own trip with your own family.
I mean, then you would be paying for the trip and the flights if you were just thinking about it. But you're making money for the job, so might as well already use it. I'm just, you know.
Where you don't have to work. One that you...
Where you don't have to work. You hear her? Where you don't have to do anything.
don't have to work on.
I've been getting paid $1,000 a month, if not more, just from this app on my phone.
Now that we've talked a lot about Arbonne and the history, products, comp plan, income disclosure statement, car, trip, all that good stuff, I'll tell you a little bit about my story.
You never got to the history.
I joined Arbonne in March of 2019, right after I got married, January 2019.
So now we know you and your husband had joined MLMs. And wait, I want to wind it back a little bit. She did a little nose thing. I'm just noticing right here. So, obviously, it's not everything she's saying is truthful.
In March of 2019, right after I got married, January 2019, I did hit district manager within 2 months of joining, and I qualified for area the third month. I mentioned that earlier. I did not finish that fourth month. I did not finish area that fourth.
So she was, okay, let's just
fourth month. It took me a while to build it back up, and so November of 2019, I did finish area then, built up my team more, qualified for region sometime mid-2020, and when I hit region, something happened. I thought all my dreams would come true. I thought this big life shift would happen. I feel like there was so much build up to this, and I hit it, and I was just exhausted. That's about it. I was just tired.
So you were working really hard, and then you basically crashed, something happened.
Sad. I was happy I hit it finally, but sad that nothing changed. Okay. I missed my husband. I worked day and night. I felt yucky all the time. I cold messaged people all the time. I faked friendships to try to get them to join my team. I made excuses that it was so that they could feel their best and be their best. I genuinely did think I was trying to do the right thing, but in reality, I was trying to be the person that makes it to the 1%. I remember telling my team multiple times.
Oh, well, you obviously, whatever work you were putting in wasn't enough. So, yeah.
Every single one of them quit, I would rebuild my business from the bottom up. I was just miserable. It's hard to put it into words because my mental health was to the point where I no longer wanted to be on this earth anymore, and it got to the point where I tried to no longer be here with my family and my friends anymore. And that was more at the end of 2020 when this happened. What happened right before that point was the thing that really took me out of. I was added to this Facebook group, and it was run by a lot of the leaders in Arbonne, some of them being my leaders, some of them being the leading consultants of the company. And it was about saving our children. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm down for that. Cool. Well, it turns out it was shut down by Facebook. It was based on a QAnon conspiracy theory, in my opinion, and from what I saw. I knew that what I was reading and what I was looking at, something was going on weird, but they were my leaders and I had always trusted them, so I didn't think anything would be weird about it, but it was.
What is she even talking about? She just mentioned QAnon and leaders, but didn't really say anything about it. She's just like, something happened and I was depressed, and then something QAnon.
It was extremely disappointing to know that
Saving your children.
it was
QAnon?
extremely
What?
shocking and pretty much heartbreaking that the people that I looked up to the most were deep in a conspiracy theory.
She seems very, very distraught. But she didn't really explain it. What do you mean they were in a conspiracy theory? Okay.
Anyway, that's one of the things that drew me out of Arbonne the most. And then
She's obviously acting this whole video. I don't want to do any personal attacks, but it's kind of, obviously they do the same thing. They're trying to make it seem as bad as possible. But she's like acting. She doesn't feel sad. This isn't something that actually happened. If it was there's no trauma. I'm not saying that you have to. She doesn't seem affected by this possible event that happened.
pretty soon after that was when I wanted to leave the earth. I tried, and my wonderful husband made sure it didn't happen, and I love him. He is the light of my life, and so are my really wonderful dogs. You'll meet them one day, I promise. But that's a little bit of my story. I didn't want to get too detailed. I am still processing everything that happened and what I went through, because it's, hadn't even been a year since it happened. But there will be a lot more videos. I would love if you could leave your questions, comments. If you have ever been in a multi-level marketing company, what was it? What was your experience? Thank you for watching this. And the first video is not always the best, but we can only go up from here, so if you'll truck along with me, I can assure you there will be great things ahead. Thank you so much for being a part of this with me. And if you want to see more daily things from me, on TikTok is where I really started my anti-MLM journey. I have almost 40,000 friends on there that stay with me every day and follow along. So I would love to see you there. You can see more information below about my social media, about some of the YouTubers that I'm subscribed to and that I know and love, like IMCC Suarez, Roberta Blevins, she has a great podcast, Deanne Mims, Isabel Lanter, Savannah Marie. There are so many. Let me know what deep dives you want to see next. Please like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to comment. I love interacting with people. Again,
She obviously said all their names wrong. So, like Deanne Mims and Isabel Lanter. So it's like, did she even know them? Like, what happened here? Weird.
Thanks, and I'll see you next time.
Okay, so yeah, that was it. And well, she didn't really tell a story, and it just seemed like bad acting. She just made some weird story up that she was like depressed, QAnon. She didn't really seem very sincere about her story, so I don't know what to tell you. Next!